Hey folks, in this video I'm going to share with you some techniques that you can use to create unusual and interesting science fiction vehicles using shape tools. Let's get right into it. Start off by just using the rectangular shape tool. I have a fill and a stroke. It really doesn't matter what stroke or fill you use. I've got a 10 pixel stroke here. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a copy of this by hitting Command J. I'll hit Command T. I'll rotate this out. I'll hit return. I'll make another copy. I'll hit Command J, move this copy over, shrink it down, and reposition it. And it doesn't really matter how you explore this. If you've watched the thumbnail or seen the thumbnail here, you can see that this is just a means to an end. This is just allowing me to go ahead and play with unusual shapes. Let's go ahead and merge these shapes together by shift selecting from the top layer to the bottommost layer. I'll hit Command E, and this is what we have. What I can do now is I can go ahead and draw some wheels. And what can be helpful is just drawing a line that kind of indicates where you want the wheels to be. On a new layer, I'll just draw some circles. And I'll pick a different color here just so you can see that I'm actually overlapping the circle, because part of it's going to be hidden inside the wheel well. And then I'll make a copy of this circle and move it over. Make another copy. So I've got some kind of an interesting looking semi. It looks like a truck, some type. Okay, so let's merge those three layers together. Let's go ahead and create the inside of the wheel. Again, some of these parts are not going to be visible optionally, so I just like to just draw everything in, and then I can omit the things that I don't actually need. Okay, so we've got, this is essentially going to be the cab for our truck. This is going to be the back end. If we think about trucks and cars in general, we can see that there's usually some kind of an interior part here, the chassis. Let's fill this in. We're not trying to make this vehicle make sense, by the way. We're just trying to make something that looks somewhat believable. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just drop the opacity on that rectangular layer, and I will start to now make some edits. I want to say, okay, maybe certain parts of this shape are more useful than others. I like this angled thing over here, so I'm going to keep that. But instead, I'm just going to go ahead and extend this bottom. Extend this out. And maybe instead of going all the way up, I'll just have a cab that looks something like this. I don't need to use parts if I don't want to. And then I'll use a diagonal line. So right away, I've got something that looks kind of interesting. And maybe what I'll do, just for the fact that I want the wheel well to hold the wheel, I'll extend this line up and fill in that space. Now I can hide the two layers that I used to get to this point. Okay, we've got something that looks kind of like a truck, looks kind of interesting. Let's block out some other aspects. So here's like the hitch. Maybe we'll have some kind of an angular window. We'll have some lines that kind of extend across the cab. And already this is looking like a truck, but it has kind of a futuristic vibe. Maybe what we'll do is we'll put some portholes on the side. Again, I'm making this up as I go along. And then we'll add some spokes. And we've got essentially our side view. And you can add other details as needed. I'm just going to stop right there. Next thing I'm going to do is, if I want to draw the back view of this weird vehicle, I'll make a copy of this layer. I'll hit the transform tool, and I'll go ahead and choose perspective. I'll move it out like this. I'll make a copy of this. I'll hit Command J, move the copy over and scale it down like so. I'll drop the opacity of this layer and just get rid of the overlapping bits. Just selecting them with the lasso tool and hitting Command X. I will also drop the opacity of this underlying layer here. And on a new layer, I'm going to come back in and connect those points. And I've done this technique a few times before, but I think it works pretty well, especially when you're trying to learn perspective. This is a surefire way to get better at it. And along the way, I'm going to go ahead and make some executive decisions by adding some curves. So I don't have to be fully married to my initial sketch. I can riff off of it. So this is the back end right here. I'm just going to extend this back over so I can see the part of the wheel that actually sticks out. So this is actually very, very useful. And then for this hitch, I'll just connect the lines together like so. And now I've got a back view. Now I'll just draw the windows here. I was going to talk about the wheels, but I'll just do that here next. Okay. So essentially I've got everything except for the wheels. For the wheels, I'll put them on its own layer. I'll draw a circle, and I also have to remember that this is now going to have some thickness. I'll do the same thing over here. I'll draw a circle and make it look like a cylinder. This is what gives us that sense of perspective. And let me hide the underlying layers now so we can just see what we're working with. What I normally recommend when you're drawing wheels, for that inner part of the wheel, instead of drawing it perfectly in the center, look at the side of the wheel that is closest to the viewer, which in this case is going to be the right side. Make that side just a little bit thicker. So you can see that this right edge, which is closest to us, is thicker than the left edge. And so now I can come back in and draw, I don't know, the inside parts of the wheel. I'll close some of these gaps. Add some maybe black fills. What this is doing is it's just kind of solidifying the drawing or the sketch. So I can merge these layers together. So I've got everything like this. And I'm not really done yet. I could add more details. I could, have a more clean inked version of this. But instead, what I'll do is I'll use the transform tool. I want to give this thing a sense of movement. So I'm going to use warp. And I'll just kind of move this out a little bit forward. And it's almost like it's moving at a very high rate of speed. So just by adding some curvature here, we're getting this sense of movement. It's a nice way to make the drawings feel like they're more animated. They're not as stiff. It's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I think it works pretty well. And then from this point, what you could do is you could clean it up. You could add your details and formalize everything through your inks and be done with it. So that's the video. Hopefully you found some value in it. Remember, the shapes can be very powerful when you start putting them together and combining them. You can create any kind of vehicle that you want, futuristic, whether it's trucks, spaceships, tanks, you name it. This is a great technique. If you found some value in this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up so more folks can find it. As always, I hope you're doing well, and I will catch you in the next one. See ya.